Hey guys, it's Missy Ann and my tiny ass whiteboard. We're in my dressing room. It's Money Mondays and as promised I've got a credit basics video for you guys. Again, I want to start off by saying I'm not currently a professional. I have been licensed or certified in the past for credit resolution. Not currently, it's been years. It's something I'm looking into renewing my certification, but currently not licensed. Seek a professional. This is just, I'm trying to get the information out there because if I had had the information several years ago, I think it would have been a lot easier for me to get off to a great start. So I'm hoping I can get some people off to a great start. Seek a professional. There are some really good resources. Sorry guys, I have like really bad allergies, so if I itch my nose, I don't have the Rona. That's gonna be funny in a couple of years. Anyway, there are some really good resources. I personally use Credit Karma, myfreecreditreport.com. The credit bureau websites are actually really good. Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they have great information. So check them out, and I'm just kind of go over basics with you guys. So we're going to talk about your FICO score. There are several different ways that your credit score can be calculated. There are different scoring methods, but the FICO score is the one that's going to be used by 90%. It's 90% of lenders use the FICO score to determine eligibility. So we're going to go over your FICO score and how it's calculated. I'm going to do a little graph for you guys, pie chart over here, because it is broken down into 5 categories. So take notes. Pause the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, go get your notebook, come back, or whatever you gotta do, but take some notes. This stuff is important. It's gonna help you leverage everything. I mean, your credit score is leverage in the world. It's essentially saying it's your street cred in the money world. It's saying you are reliable, you're good for your word, and it's essentially the keys to the city. You can use it to build your business, you can use it to buy the house, the cars, the whatever you want, without investing all of your own money. So credit can be huge leverage. This is how you build it. Again, not a professional, just want to get the information out there. So the FICO score is broken down into 5 sections. What did I do with my marker? Okay, so there's also 3 different levels of impact that each category can have on the score. So high, medium, low. Super simple, but different things have different impact. And you can honestly kind of tell from the pie chart. You don't even really need to know that because the pie chart, you'll see, how things are credited to putting together your score. So you got a pie chart here. Yeah, that works. So, not the best pie chart ever, guys, but I'm just gonna make sure the angle's still good on this. So, there are 2 really big categories. Your first one's going to be your payment history. That's going to be 35% of your score. That's going to be the biggest factor. Is this too small? Can you even see that? I might have to do this like up here. It was a good in theory. But, okay guys, sorry about that. So I broke it down, I put it on here for you guys. You'll just have to do it this way. But, so the largest impact to your FICO score, 35%, is going to be your payment history. This is obviously the biggest impact on any of your credit scores. They pretty much base most of whether or not they're going to approve you on whether or not you can make your payments. So your payment history is going to be the biggest factor in determining that. It's 35% of your FICO score. They're going to look at loans, credit cards, anything like that. Delinquent payments would be showing up here, any collection accounts, that kind of thing. They'll see that. Those things stay on your credit for 7 years in general, but can last sometimes up to even 10 years. Like with things such as Chapter 7 bankruptcy, certain things. Taxes don't go away. So they can see all of that in your payment history. Then the next biggest factor is going to be your credit utilization. That's 30% of your credit score. basically they're going to look at your total credit picture, how much you have available and how much you're borrowing. So you always want to keep your credit utilization below 30%. I say aim for 25% because that way if you get, you know, slapped with some interest, something happens, it doesn't push you over that 30%, because as soon as it pushes you over, then you go out of that good range and it immediately is going to drop your score. This can drop your score lots, like hundreds of points in a short amount of time if your credit utilization goes up above 30 or 60%. Those are the different notches for utilization. They want you to stay below 30%, and above 60% is really bad. So, you know, you're in an okay range between 30 and 60, but once you get over 60, it looks really bad. So it's 25%. Keep your cards, you know, for example, if you have $1,000 that you can borrow, you want to stay at, you know, 250 that you're only taking out. You're going to leave the rest of that, not touch it, not borrow on it. That's utilization, okay? I'm messing up the other side. Damn. Yes, there's another side for the next topic, but okay, so the next smallest factor is going to be the age of your credit history. That's 15% of your FICO score. They're going to look at your oldest account. You want to leave your oldest account open. You don't want to close your accounts if you don't have to. If you stop using it, just stop using it. You don't have to close that account. But they're going to look at your oldest account for your credit history age. You want to be more than 7 years. They're looking for stability. They're looking for, you know, established payment history, that kind of thing. So over 7 years is going to be that green period. 5 to 7 years is going to be that like yellow period where you're, you know, starting to look okay, but you still, you know, are not up in that perfect range. And then under that you're going to be in the red. It's not a huge impact on your credit, but essentially they're looking for established people. So it's definitely going to have an impact on how much you get approved for, what's your rates going to be like, that kind of thing. You know, they do take into your account your age. So if, you know, if you're 18, they don't expect you to have 7 years of credit history. So, you know, you wouldn't get approved just for not having that. But they're looking for, you know, you want to build an established reputation for paying your bills. For payment history, I mean, essentially it comes down to pay your bills on time, pay more than the minimum. They report to the credit bureaus, normally all 3 credit bureaus. For example, a credit card would report to all 3 credit bureaus. And they can report you at different intervals. So 15 days, 30 days, 60 days. And then the credit report stores that information. So if you make your payment history, if you make your payment 15 days late, they're going to report that. And then a lender can go in and see, okay, how many days have they been 15 days late? How many times have they been 30 days late? How many times have they been 60 days late? You know, if you're having all of these late payments, it looks bad. They're not going to want to lend to you. So pay your payments on time and always pay over the minimum. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, $5 over the minimum, $100 over the minimum. You're going to pay that bill down faster, and then that is going to, you know, lower your utilization, boost your credit score, get you out of debt faster, save you money on interest. It's going to do a lot for you. Next, you know, the last 2 are each 10%. These are low impact on your score. That's going to be new accounts and credit mix. So new accounts is kind of straightforward. Essentially, it's just, you know, have you opened an account in the past year? Basically what they want to see is that you have a lot of loans available to you, a lot of credit available to you, but that you don't need it. They don't want to loan to somebody who is in need. They want to loan to somebody who is stable, who, you know, is on top of things. So, you know, if you've opened an account in the last 12 months, it's not necessarily going to disqualify you from getting a new loan, but it is going to account into, you know, how much they give you, how high your rate's going to be, that kind of thing, because they want, you know, you just don't want to open an account, you know. So if you're going to buy something big, keep in mind you don't want to go and let me just open 3 credit cards, because they're going to want to know, okay, why do you need to open these credit cards now? You know, are you stable enough to own a home? So that's how, you know, that's how that goes. Okay, and then credit mix, they want to see diversity. Again, it all comes down to establishing a you know, a certain level of trust with the bank that you're going to make your payments and you're going to make them on time. So they're going to look at, you know, what type of things have you had on your credit in the past? Have you rented an apartment? Have you had a phone? Do you have credit cards? Do you have, you know, loans? Have you, you know, bought furniture and put it on finance? You know, what have you done that you can show consistency on? They want you to have basically a diverse portfolio to show, okay, it's not just, she doesn't just have 5 credit cards, you know, but she can't get approved for a house. Like, why does she have 5 credit cards but she doesn't have an apartment, or she doesn't have a phone, or whatever. So that is what they look for credit mix. Those are the 5 categories that go into the FICO score and their impact. I hope you wrote this down or took a picture, do whatever you need to do, but this will help you. The other thing is, it's going to be linked in the description box below. This is taken straight from Experian website. So, you know, I linked it in the description below. You can go on there and read a lot more information, copy it, whatever you need to do. This is the breakdown of what the numbers mean. Wow, I guess you can't really see that, can you? Well, this will be just for me to read off to you guys. So, a score of 800 to 850 is going to be your excellent range. Obviously, if you're in that range, you're going to get low rates. You're going to have thousands of dollars in savings. You're going to be able to get approved for business loans, you know, the house, the car, the whatever. That's where everybody wants to shoot for. 21% of consumers have a score in this range. You know, 1 out of every 5 people, they're going to be above 800 credit score. How does that make you feel? Is your score up there? Do you need to work on it? The next, you know, category, 740 to 800, that's going to be the very good credit score. You're still probably going to get approved. You might have slightly higher rates. You might not be able to get approved for such high amounts, but you're still in a really good range. You can always improve. You know, so get with a professional, get your free credit report, see what you can do to boost you up to that excellent category. 25% of consumers have a score in the very good range. So we're at almost half of the people with credit reports have a score over 740. Is your score over 740? Are you in the bottom half? Do you want to be in the bottom half? What can you do? Go watch my other credit video to tell you how to get out of debt super fast, the fastest way, debt stacking. It goes over some other stuff about how to improve your credit. So watch that video. I'll link that down in the description below too. And then, you know, again, now you're getting, so 740 down to 670. That's going to be the good range. Still probably get approved. Again, smaller amounts, higher interest rates. 21% of consumers have a score in the good range. If you're above 670, you're doing okay. You'll probably get approved in general. You know, when you start getting below 670, then you're in the fair range. And then you're starting to possibly get denied, having to put down larger deposits, you know, not getting the range that you want, the line that you want, because your history is not there, your credit is not there. And then the low, obviously the poor range is going to be 580 and below. So if you're below 580, do something about your credit today. It'll change your life. You'll be able to have the things that you want. You can start building leverage. You know, credit is going to be a huge factor in your life. And essentially it's just going to show stability. It's going to give you the opportunities that you want. If you want to make investments, if you want to make a start, if you want stability, you know, your credit score, build your credit score. So follow me for more Money Mondays. Follow me for, you know, other finance topics. I'm going to talk about other things. I'm going to do beauty tutorials. Hit the like button if you got any value out of this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see anything more. Get in my comments if you have any questions. I want to hear from you guys. If you want to love, if you want to spread some love, if you want to hate, drop it in the comments. And I will see you guys next Money Monday.